hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Good afternoon. You're tuned into Ability Matters, the program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. We are one of the longest running disability-related shows in the world, starting as Headway On Air all the way back in 2007 and now brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability support organisation.
Yes, good afternoon. Of course, you're listening to Ability Matters on the Illawarra's favourite community radio station, 106.9 VOX FM. Of course, I'm your host, Tony Scott-Emilio, and
I'm Beck from Flagstaff. How are you going today?
Very well, thanks, Beck. And who do we have with us today, Beck?
We have Ilinka here with us today. We've had Ilinka on earlier in the year, but we thought we'd have a catch-up and find out all the exciting things that she's been doing since. So we'll get into that. Did we want to thank
Oh, yes,
Pete?
Of course. I'll thank Tim. Oh,
No,
it's not
it's
Tim.
Pete.
I'll thank the various people who filled in for Tim not being here today for his show Through the Past Darkly, of course. I believe the first one was Carmel and then Peter. That's a lot then so far. Just two, yeah. They did a fine job. Thank you very much. And now, of course, the time is 3 minutes past 12, so about 3 minutes into our show. So the program today is going to be from 12 to 1 p.m. So get ready for some good information and good tunes, hopefully. Now I'm going to start off today's show with a touch on the weather. The weather's looking outside. It's getting pretty hot these days, but of course it's coming into the whole summer season. So yes, that's a good thing for, I know most people like summer. I know I do. And yeah, anyway, let's start off with a good 70s hit here. David Bowie, Fame from 1975. Yeah. And yes, that was just the Isley Brothers. Isley, how are we going to say? I'm pronounce it as Isley Brothers with You Make Me Wanna Shout from 1959. A good little good little bop and tune there. And we're going to get into the interview now between Ilinka and Beck on that side of the table.
Thank you so much, Tony, and I liked that little shout. That was a good poppy song to get everything going.
Good way to start the morning, hopefully.
Yes. So I'll jump straight into it, Ilinka. Thank you again for coming and speaking with us.
Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for the invite, and hello, Tony and Rebecca. It's great to always be invited and see you guys.
Excellent.
It's great having you back.
Thank you so much.
It's been a while, so
it has.
A good catch up, yeah.
Yes, very much so.
So that leads into my first question on how's everything been since we last spoke?
It's been really good, thank you. Since I was visited in July, I've completed exciting things like a program called Model Mates, which was based in Sydney Way.
Yeah.
And my lovely support worker Lara, who I have with me today.
Hi, Lara, shout out.
Because, of course, last time we spoke, I believe you informed us that you were a bit of a fashionista.
Yes, I am. I have to say I am a bit of a fashionista. I love my fashion and style. I went to a Model Mates program in Sydney, and that one from end of May to July for about 8 to 10 weeks, and then that finished up, and then we went to September runway show, which was based in September. That was the graduation runway show.
Oh.
And that was based at Randwick Westfield.
Oh, out and about. Everyone can see.
Yes.
Randwick. I know Randwick for the races. That's about it.
Yes, so there's a Westfield there, shopping centre. You might not, for females, they might know the shopping centres more than males.
You might go for
so
Coles.
It's kind of not from my gender. Fair enough.
Yes.
If you need to get some groceries, maybe you might go to Coles or Woolies.
Yes, that's
Fair
right.
Fair enough.
But if you want to shop more for
higher end fashion?
Yes, higher end fashion there is, and there's the budget fashion, there's everything. And that's
We're talking budget like Kmart fashion?
Yes, correct. There's Target, there's everything there. And I had a whole range, correct. And I had the runway show there and graduation, and that was what I did recently since I've seen you guys. Other than that, is just been really busy with other things, like also going back to the Model Mates program, because the mentors that taught us a lot of things, the models and the teachers, asked me to come back to be a speaker with the new students.
Wow, amazing.
Like a mentor.
Yes, like just probably not so much a mentor, just to talk about my experiences, about how I experienced Model Mates.
An expert.
Yeah, and yes, that was a real great privilege.
So would that be more, I think the term nowadays is lived experience?
Yes, yeah. Yes, it would be, Tony. Yeah, so that was a great experience to be asked again by the mentors. They were all great ladies, all 5 of them. They were models and they were fashionistas and stylists.
Wow, that sounds really exciting.
Yes, yeah.
You must be really proud of yourself for getting out there out in Sydney. I'm pretty sure it's a busy place, especially Randwick, because I know they've got the Prince of Wales Hospital around there. So
Yes, correct. That's right. They got the Randwick Prince of Wales Hospital just around the corner from the Westfield.
yeah, so there'll be a lot of people popping in throughout the day.
It was on the weekend, so it was very busy. So
Oh, a big crowd.
it was a big crowd. So it was really great to be.
When I come and see you, we'll have a look at, see if you've got some photos that will be exciting to look at.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, you will have to, Rebecca. It'll be fantastic. Yeah.
Cool.
And I can see from here that you're dressed very high-end fashion, even just for the radio show, like you're only on TV, but wow, I mean, you got your hair all done up perfect and, yes, beautiful.
Well, when I have a special day like today, thank you so much again for inviting me. I like to dress like nicely.
I love it. Colour coordinated. You've got the shoelaces and the pink dress and everything. It's very very good look.
Well, pink is one of my favourite colours, and I have, as you've seen, a pink dress and my matching shoes and everything. And I've always been a fashionista ever since I've been a little girl. I've loved it.
And I like it because you've got a little bit of pinky purpley blue splashed in there on your joggers, which looks cool. I like it. It's a bit like a unicorn kind of colour.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I thought we'll maybe just refresh
Yes.
for our listeners on what you actually do, because you do some wonderful things through Facebook as well.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct, Rebecca. I have a fashion page on Facebook, which focuses on ladies' fashion. So it's accessible fashion, especially for disabled ladies, all sorts. So if you have a physical disability or another one, or intellectual
That's one.
intellectual disability, correct. So just giving them confidence, motivation. You don't have to wear a big, Gucci outfit and spend thousands of dollars. You can wear a Best and Less or Target outfit.
You can still look good in whatever you're wearing, yes.
Exactly, and you can even wear sneakers, which I'm wearing today. You don't have to wear...
That's actually my usual go-to. I usually have sneakers on. For some reason, I have sandals. I think it's because it's hot and my feet are hot.
The hot is coming, the summer season.
I forgot to mention did I mention the weather?
You said it was hot.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Officially, now that they brought it up, I'll say the weather. Officially, the Wollongong for Tuesday, we had a sunny morning with a medium chance of showers during this afternoon and evening as well. Winds southwesterly 15 to 20 kilometres an hour, turning southeasterly 20 to 30 kilometres an hour still in the early afternoon. Chance of rain, only 40%, with less than a millimetre. So not looking much rain at all. However, the fire danger is moderate. The UV index is extreme. Currently, we're sitting at 24.1 degrees Celsius, but it feels like 23.3. But I don't know where they get these 0.3s from, but how it feels. Everyone did whatever. So
yes,
go for it. There's numbers. Go for it, girls.
I'm not sure either. For the listeners with the Facebook page and things, is that something that most people are able to get onto and have a look? What was your page called?
So my fashion page is called Fashion for Ability, Not Disability. So focusing more on your ability for fashion than your disability.
So is that for as in the word for or number?
For as in the word for.
All one word or?
All one word, yes.
Thank you very much, Ilinka. I think
that's all one word, not disability.
Yes.
And so I think
Facebook.
that a lot of people would actually get some good tips, and I don't even think they would have to be a person with a disability. The way that you look today, I'm pretty sure that they'd get some really handy tips of how to present yourself and come across in a strong, confident way.
Yes, and I also just wanted to, like I said, mention to you, Rebecca, just give ladies with disabilities, young girls, just confidence, motivation with everything, how to dress when you go to a special day out for a work function or a picnic day or beach day or a friend's event.
It doesn't have to be dressed to impress, just dress for the occasion.
Yes, correct.
Lovely.
Yeah. So might jump into some music.
Let's just jump back to the 60s. I think we'll all know this song here. The Foundations, Build Me Up Buttercup from 1968. I believe it was used a lot in the Ben Stiller films. And we'll know the song we're talking about in one sec. Here we go. And that was just Hazard by Richard Marx from the year 1992 from the album Rush. And there we go. That was a song from, I suppose, the past for a lot of people, and maybe a good thing to hear. So, oh, yeah, I remember that song when it first came out. I was like maybe, 10, 20, whatever, something like that. Yeah. So I'm just speaking for myself now. So there we go. Okay, back into the interview between Ilinka and Beck. Go for it, girl.
Oh, did you want to mention about that Buttercup song?
Oh, the reference to it.
Yeah.
I know for me that Foundations Build Me Up Buttercup came from I remember it was played in the film American Pie.
No? Something about Mary.
Oh, there's something about Mary as well, yes.
Yes.
Sorry, yes, I lost track of them, yeah. Thank you, Beck.
They're all right, all good. Okay, so we'll jump straight back into it now with Ilinka. I'd like to ask you if you'd be able to let us know the different conditions you manage on a day-to-day basis.
So my different conditions is difficult in ways for me sometimes doing daily chores, like even walking and especially balancing, going up and down the stairs.
So these are daily challenges, yes?
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Up and down the stairs, especially balancing, walking, I have to always watch my step, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just doing daily chores like that, maybe hanging out the washing and just making sure that I walk properly, my balance especially, because that's, you could say, the most different of my conditions, that's hazardous.
Yes.
Could you please let us know if you don't mind, what exactly are the different conditions that you manage? Because I know that you've got a few there that can potentially be a little bit more than usual with seizures and things like that.
Yes, so I was born with spina bifida, and that's a physical disability. So spina bifida is a different ranges. You can be in a wheelchair or you can be walking like me, but with difficulty.
Yeah.
And as I got on a later life in teenage years, I developed epilepsy.
Oh, so it wasn't hard enough already? Just chuck another one on there.
Yes. So
look forward to the challenge, huh?
Yes. So the epilepsy has been a bit of a challenge because I don't drive as well because of that. That's the most challenging thing sometimes when you sort of want to go do your own thing but you can't. That is the most...
So I suppose this is when we'll give a shout out to Lara, because Lara's Ilinka's wheels.
Yes, she is. Yes, definitely. She is my wheels, Lara. She's fantastic.
I can relate to the epilepsy challenges, yes. Are you on medication for seizures, yes?
Yes, I am. On medication every day since I've had them. When they started, when I was 17.
Wow.
Back in high school.
Yeah.
Yes, and also having to deal with my physical disability as well on top of that. So it's a big bunch to deal with, but when you have a disability, you just have to deal with it.
Different things that you need to be mindful of all the time, I suppose, especially when it comes to like balance and things. So going upstairs for you would probably be easier if you had a rail as well.
Yes, so I have to be careful. I go up and down the stairs slowly.
Yeah.
And especially I need a rail.
Yeah. I know exactly how you feel. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, thanks. So...
It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because most people don't realise they will all need a rail at one point in their lives.
That's right. You do, don't you? Yeah. Of course.
We just might need a little bit more than others.
Yes, that's right.
Even if I know I can do it without the rail, I still have my hand hovering above it for the just in case factor.
Yes.
And I know that, balance isn't very, I won't say off-putting, offsetting, but sometimes you walk faster than you normally would, and then you feel a little bit more overconfident in yourself, and I've got to go, yeah, but that's when I don't want to use that right language I want to use, but that's when it all just hits the fan,
it goes awry.
Right. Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. So I suppose that's a shout out to people. If you've got stairs out there, it would be great if you could maybe invest in a railing.
Yeah.
They're useful for a lot of different things, not just for balance. They're come in handy when you're carrying a lot of groceries or lots of other different daily things that we just think, that'll be all right. But sometimes it's very handy to have that extra help.
It is. And also having the ramp.
Oh, the ramp,
Ramps.
yes. The gradient, that's a lot easier. I don't know about you, but I notice when stairs are not evenly the same height.
Yes.
And sometimes that can throw you off.
Yes,
and
it can.
You judge it to be this high, but no, there's a little bit extra, and so you trip over.
Yes, that's right. Well, I'm the same like you, Rebecca. I have to be careful, especially like that, and I'm afraid of heights.
You've got an extra one.
And going down the stairs, especially if they're high, or even escalators, especially if they're fast, I have to sort of go down in an elevator instead, somewhere a bit more safer for myself.
Is that more of a phobia, or just the fact that you have trouble with your keeping track of your balance on an escalator?
It's more of a phobia. I think I've had that ever since I've been little. Like heights,
That's fine.
I've never really liked them. Going up when I'm at the shopping centre at a mall, like on the third
level.
Level, and I look down. I'm like, I can't look down because it's very, very high.
Today's not my day for this.
Yes.
No. Yeah. So
I don't mind. I don't like being this high. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely afraid of heights.
I know that. Have you ever been on the ones that they're just like a grate?
Yes.
And you can see underneath through the floor? That freaks me out, and my whole body starts to go stiff. I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I get a bit scared, and luckily for me, I have a support worker or my parents with me, and they're always, there to support me and, help me out.
That's great.
Well, just given the whole phobia of heights and everything, I think the next song I'm going to play is by the Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle from 1976, from an album of the same name, Fly Like an Eagle. Yes, that was just the George Baker selection with Little Green Bag from 1969. Again, album of the same name, Little Green Bag. However, that attracted extra attention after it was featured in the Quentin Tarantino first film, Reservoir Dogs. Now, I'm a personal fan of Quentin Tarantino's work, but I know it doesn't appeal to the whole world out there, but yeah, that's where
Mr. Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Mr. Brown, no. Mr. Brown, Mr. Blue.
Yes. You're right, yeah, Mr. Blue, you're right
Mr.
there.
Pink.
Touché. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? What are we up to?
Okay, before we jump into some questions, we've got some shout-outs here that we want to do between Ilinka and I. My first one would be happy birthday, Dad. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later on this afternoon or this evening. But I think Ilinka wants to also shout out to a few people that are out there possibly listening, and if they're not, we can play it back to them later.
Yeah, so I'd love to say hello to everyone at RLA Wollongong. They're a fantastic NDIS organisation. And my other support worker, Megan, she's also a fantastic lady. Oh, she's fantastic. And my mum and dad. Hello, mum and dad. I hope you're listening.
Hello, Mum and Dad.
Now, I'm just jumping in there. The RLA, I'm guessing that's Real Life Assistance?
Yes, correct. Real life assistance.
Lovely.
Oh, see, I don't know these acronyms.
Because they were the people they tried to line me up with in the first place, but had a bit of a few different, I wouldn't say personality clashes, but it was more time restrictions.
Time clashes.
Yeah.
Where you've got different commitments to when they're available.
Exactly.
For you.
That's okay.
Yes. And just one more.
Go for it.
Josephine Sartor. She's a great friend, and I just want to say a shout out to her.
I've heard of that name, yes.
And I hope she's listening, and hello there.
Hello. Well, let me use my more
How do you do?
understanding accent. Hello there, Josephine Sartor.
Hello there.
Do Mrs. Brown. How do?
How do.
Okay, so let's
Anyway, let's get back into that.
go for it, girls.
So I suppose I'd like you to tell us a bit more about your love of fashion. Where did this actually come from?
It actually started when I was a little girl, actually, Rebecca. When I loved wearing my matching outfits, I loved wearing a cute little dress, my matching shoes with my orthotics that I had to wear for my feet especially.
Yeah, I had them too.
Yes, so I had to wear.
Bit of a pain, aren't they?
I think it's a trio. I had orthotics as well.
Well, a trio here. So, yes, I had to wear orthotics and I had to wear special shoes because of those as well. I couldn't wear your average able shoes like every other girl was wearing. I noticed that was different, but as I got older, like I said, it's just a disability. I learned to live with it. And
Added girl, good attitude.
And my mum also, it was a big inspiration for me with the fashion. I used to love when I was little, going into her wardrobe, trying on all her shoes, the stiletto ones, even though I couldn't walk in them, I just tried them on.
And sure they fit, yeah.
They're a bit.
They probably wouldn't have fit properly. They probably would have had a lot of room at the back of the heel there.
Are you trying to trash this girl's dreams?
No.
No, that's okay.
She's only got a little foot.
I did. I only had little feet back then, and my mum had a much bigger foot than I.
Of course.
It was just a bit of a dream. Oh, look how beautiful my feet look in these shoes. I would love to wear something like this, but unfortunately I couldn't. And just looking through her handbags and jewellery, and I just loved that, just doing that as a little girl. So I had two younger brothers. I'm the oldest, and they played their soccer. They did that. They did the boy stuff, and I was more of a fashionista girl. Just
the
love
girl stuff, of course.
Yes.
For sure. So we spoke about it briefly before, but that's what led you to start your Facebook page, Fashion for Ability, not Disability?
Yes, it did. Yes. That started back 8 years ago now.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes. I just started that due to actually shoes back in the day. The story goes, I was shopping in Wollongong with my mum just for a nice pair of shoes, and for a special occasion, and I said to my mum, there's nothing out there for girls like myself with disabilities for nice shoes to wear, like if I have a special occasion.
Oh, so sort of like a page that you can go to that will say, go to this shop or come to this shoe shop, or these people have really good shoes that you might want to try it.
Yes. And I was shopping that day with my mum in Wollongong. David Jones, Maya was back there in the day.
Maya, yeah.
And all sorts of other shops. And who came out with the goods was Target, and they cost me $20. And I said to myself, and my mum said to me, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for a great pair of shoes. You can pay that much, $20, and buy a nice pair of shoes. And that actually fit me, and they supported my feet well, and they supported me for the special occasion I had.
And you could fit your orthotics into them?
Sorry?
You could fit your orthotics into them, yes?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the orthotics with me that day. That time, because that was just a special occasion.
Fair enough.
Sometimes with the special occasions, I tend to not wear my orthotics.
Bypass it, okay.
Yes.
I think everyone does that every now and then. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
They always fall back on the I'm not vain, but vanity comes in and plays its part every now and again. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So that started with shoes. I just wanted to give a shout out. I was just cranky that day. I said to Mum, there has to be some more things out there for girls with disabilities, shoes, clothing, and everything. Because there's nothing out there in a shop. You can't go in a shop like Target or H&M or Maya and just go off the rack and buy it. You have to actually order online, and ordering online for a person with disability, especially being in a wheelchair or having a walker, it's a bit difficult. It looks nice on the internet when you see it, but when it arrives at your place and it's a bit sort of not right for you, what are you going to do? You can't exactly send it back and return the receipt. You
end up with a whole wardrobe full of clothes.
Exactly.
With the tag on.
There needs to be, I think, more shops that need to cater people with disabilities, ladies.
Definitely. I think you could be onto something there, that definitely something that needs to possibly change, because I know we're moving a lot more onto online, and
Yes.
If there's not something that I think some places actually tell you the sizing of what different sizes are down the bottom of them, but I don't think it happens quite a lot. It just tells you what size they can actually supply you with.
That's right, Rebecca. It can just tell you what size it is, and if it's not right for your shape or body or the sizing, you can't exactly go, okay.
Well, that's also with it. Some sizes, they might be the right size technically, but in that make, it's not as big as the other one. So
that's right.
I think that lovely centimetre measurement next to the size would actually help quite a lot.
Oh, I think so too, Rebecca. Very much
Those
so.
big shoe sizes, yes. Well, it's coming up to quarter to 1 p.m. I think that's time enough for me to play another classic song here. We've got some Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young with Our House from 1970 from the album Deja Vu, which I'm sure we all experience every now and again. So here we go.
Like the fire.
And yes, that was just Our House by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young from 1970, album Deja Vu. Like I've already said, I'm just repeating it for those who may have missed it. Go for it, girls. Ilinka and Beck, go for it.
Thank you, Tony. So I suppose our last question that I have for you today, Ilinka, is there any insightful words that you'd like to share from your experiences?
Words of gold. Here we go.
Words of gold. My insightful words would be to stay confident in yourself, most on the top. That's number one for me. And slowly motivate yourself, even if it takes a little longer for people with disabilities to get there, whether that's to do the washing, whether it's to go to a shopping centre and get your groceries, to go to the library and do something.
Or wherever, yeah.
Or wherever it may be. Yes. So just have motivation and confidence in yourself. That is what is number one for me.
So I'm just getting a feel for the people out there that might be listening. Breaking up a task that you might do into lots of little mini goals to achieve the big goal at the end.
Yes.
Instead of just going, oh no, this has got so much involved in it, what can I do?
Yes. Sometimes when I go to physio, for example,
yeah,
it's 1 hour session, but there's a lot of things that I have to do. And my physiotherapy person, Josh, he pushes me. He says, I know you can do this, Linka, but we can do it slowly. I know there's a lot of things that you have got to do today, whether it be steps, balance work, or just fitness, just to do it your way.
Your own pace.
Yes, correct.
Yes. No, yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Even if you can particularly like that task, sometimes you just have to do it.
It's always good with music. Chuck a good song on.
Yes, I definitely like that. When I do my physio, I say pump up the music, whatever it may be, and I'm a fan of more 80s and early 90s and 2000s, early 2000s.
Noughties, yes.
Yes.
A tip that I learnt with music, it's like a metronome. If you go dun, 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 dun with the beat.
Yes, and you're pumping it up.
That's right.
You can get faster, so.
Yes, that's what also I do. You get fast with the pump music, correct.
Keeps you in check.
It does.
Yeah, so they're wonderful words. Thank you for sharing them with us, Ilinka. I think that a lot of people might get a good motivational push.
Good drive.
After
direction.
hearing that.
Yes,
no worries. And I suppose we'll say good afternoon and thank you to everybody that's listening. So thank you for coming on the show, Ilinka.
Well, thank you so much again, guys, Tony and Rebecca, for inviting me over again today. It's been a pleasure to talk.
Absolute pleasure our way too, don't worry.
Oh, it's been a pleasure for me as well to talk to you and at everyone here at VOX FM who's listening. And wishing you all a Merry Christmas. That's coming up very soon.
That's so nice. Thank you very much.
And a Happy New Year also.
Thank you.
Not long, what's that? 14 days away to Christmas?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
2 weeks.
It's coming up
2 weeks, that's right, yes.
quickly this year.
And is everything all of a sudden after October is like shoom, pretty quick.
Yes.
But also I'd like to mention that we'll probably get you on again maybe halfway through next year and hear some more information of things that you've been doing and keep everybody up to date. They might be getting used to having Ilinka on the radio now. So.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I hope everyone enjoys my little session with
lovely.
Yeah.
with you guys today and listening to me, and that'd be lovely if I could come again next year.
For sure. Lock it in, probably around June or so.
Thank you.
No worries.